Hey guys, Mike here. I wanted to put a little bit of bonus content on the feed because A, I have time today to do this, and B, I just thought you guys are so great and you deserve some bonus content. This is the audio of a video that I put up on my YouTube channel, Radio Mike, where I am predicting what will happen in the first episode of the Harry Potter HBO TV series. And I kind of want to do this for every episode. There are 8 episodes of the show, so I might do 8 videos. I've already done the one for episode 2 of the series, but I'm basically just slapping the audio of the video into this feed. So this is a YouTube video. You can check out a bunch of my content on my YouTube channel, including a lot of Harry Potter content as well. So yeah, thank you for your support as always, and enjoy this and leave a comment. Would love to know your thoughts. Okay. Speak soon. Or not. But you'll listen to me soon. Probably on the pod. Anyway, you get it. Let's just do it. So we are getting closer and closer every day to the Harry Potter HBO TV series, and I have been covering it on my channel for a while, but one thing I haven't done is actually talk about what I think will happen in the show. I mean, that feels like a really simple question because they are just going to follow the books, but will there be things from outside the books? What would I want to see? Will there be things that weren't in the books? Will we see things that were only implied in the books? Will there be little extra scenes? And where will each episode end? We know that season 1 is going to have 8 episodes. That is roughly 8 hours worth of content from the original movie, which was about 2.5 hours or a little bit more. So there's a lot more of Philosopher's Stone to explore on screen. In this video, I wanted to walk through what I think is going to happen in episode 1 of Harry Potter on HBO. This video was inspired by a great small YouTube channel that I recently discovered called Enchanted Lens. The guy doing that channel's name is also Michael. I'm Mike, and I just wanted to say I am not trying to copy your videos. I just love what you're doing and I'm inspired by it, so I want to do it too. So definitely go and give Enchanted Lens a subscribe and check out what he's doing on this concept, and hopefully we'll be able to speak soon. But anyway, let's get into my theories on episode 1 of HBO's Harry Potter. What's up guys, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. Hit the subscribe button for more like this. Let's do it. Okay, so I have a little bit of a different theory on how the Harry Potter series is going to start. I think the first episode is going to actually start in the midst of the First Wizarding War and Voldemort being at large, just about to kill Harry. I think this is where we are going to be introduced to Dumbledore and the Minister of Magic. I think we're going to see some kind of discourse or discussion or some sort of montage of the Minister of Magic making comments, Dumbledore speaking to various characters, etc. And then it is going to all kind of hype up to a moment where we see Voldemort walking into the Potter's house. Yes, I think that is a very dark intro to the show, but I think it is a necessary context that the series really needs, and I do think we are going to get a full casting for Voldemort in book 1, and it is looking most likely that that will be Cillian Murphy, but it's yet to be confirmed. Of course, in the movies, we saw like a flashback that loosely shows some of this, but I think we're going to get it fully fleshed out. We are going to see all of the lines that we know Lily and James say. We are going to see all of it happen. I think it's going to end. We'll see Voldemort like disappear. I don't think we'll see like anything to do with the Horcrux going into Harry or something like that, but we will see Voldemort just disappear and he will scream, and then I think Harry will be crying. It'll zoom up on Harry crying. That's our cold open into the like intro theme of the show, and from there we get the Dursleys. Now, the original movie starts just with Dumbledore on Privet Drive leaving Harry Potter, but I think we have a bunch more time, so I think we'll probably get like 15 minutes of the episode devoted to what happened in the book, which is essentially the day after Voldemort disappeared and killed James and Lily. It will focus heavily on Uncle Vernon, who will go to work like in the books, and on his way to work, sees and hears a series of strange things that makes him really curious about Harry Potter. In fact, he actually hears someone dressed strangely talking about Harry Potter and wonders if this is his nephew, Harry, that he knows so little about. I think this will be a really interesting introduction to Uncle Vernon and then Aunt Petunia and Dudley as they kind of go about their day-to-day lives before their lives change forever. We will see the cat staring at him that we know is Professor McGonagall. We will see owls flying over. I believe Uncle Vernon even listens to the news and hears about like meteor showers or something like that. And I think we will see a confusion and fear on his face through all of this. He'll eventually come home, we'll meet Petunia, and he will ask Petunia, what was your nephew's name again? Was it Harvey? And she says, no, it was Harry. And she will be very cold about even bringing up Harry's existence. We'll see a baby Dudley. Then we'll go to a night exterior shot, which will basically be a play-by-play of how the movie handled the opening scene. Of course, Dumbledore and McGonagall will meet outside of number 4 Privet Drive. We will see McGonagall transform. And what I would like to see a little bit more here is a little bit more of Dumbledore's quirky side and like funny side. I'd love to see him offer McGonagall a sherbet lemon, which I think is what he offers her in the book. And he comes across as very calm and collected and like very cool about everything, but also very devastated about what's happened. Nothing else really needs to change about this scene. I think Hagrid comes down in the motorbike. I would love if he mentioned Sirius Black, which he does in the book. I don't think he does in the movies. And then just like in the movies, they leave Harry there. And I think it will cut immediately to a scream from Petunia the next morning and maybe just a little bit of context of what happened after Petunia and Vernon found Harry, like all of the interactions they had. And then cutting to Harry in the cupboard under the stairs, about to head to the zoo for Dudley's birthday. A few things we might need to see here, at least to foreshadow the rest of the series, is Mrs. Fig is mentioned a lot in the book here because she is the one who usually looks after Harry. We don't find out until much, much later that Mrs. Fig is actually a squib and a friend of Dumbledore who he asked to look over Harry while she was living in the area. And the reason she was so boring to Harry is because she didn't want the Dursleys to think he was having fun when he was at her house. I don't think we'll see Mrs. Fig, but I think she should be mentioned, and maybe even Harry saying a line like, I hate going to Mrs. Fig's or something like that, because in the movies, she just came out of nowhere and there was no context for who she was. And I think that's something that gets really missed in that movie. Another thing I think we could see in this opening episode is, which is described a little bit in the books, is Harry's sort of misadventures with magic kind of coming out of him. It's mentioned in the books that Aunt Petunia cuts his hair really badly and then the next morning he woke up and it was just back to normal, or once he was, I think, running away from Dudley and other school bullies at school and he ended up just on the roof of the school. Maybe a little montage of stuff that happens to Harry to give these hints that he's a wizard, which kind of had to be glossed over in the movies. From there, I think we'll have Dudley's birthday and the zoo scene kind of exactly as it was in the movies. I don't think that needs to change heaps either. In the books, Piers Polkiss, Dudley's friend from school, actually comes along with the Dursleys to the zoo, and he is the one who actually says to Uncle Vernon that he saw Harry talking to the snake, which is how the glass ended up vanishing. I really don't think we will see Piers Polkiss in this. I just don't think he's a relevant enough character to cast, so I think it'll play out very similarly to the film. And of course, Uncle Vernon will get angry at Harry, lock him in the cupboard under the stairs, and then we get to the next phase, which is the bombarding of letters. Honestly, again, I think the film did this really well, and the first movie didn't really leave heaps out from the book, so I think a lot of this is really good. I don't really want to change it too much from there. I mean, the Dursleys actually go to a hotel before they go to like the abandoned hut in the middle of the ocean in the books, and then I don't see too much happening differently from there. I do think the episode ends with Hagrid banging on the door and we don't know what's behind it. I mean, we do, but I guess kids who are watching for the first time don't necessarily know. And that is like the cliffhanger for what is going to happen in the next episode. But here's the thing. I have a dream that there will be little post-credit scenes in every episode. I don't think this will really happen, but what I would love to see, absolutely love to see, with this one is one of two things. The first is I would love to see Professor Quirrell in the forest in Albania, just walking through hesitantly and maybe hearing a sound of like a hiss or something, because we know that is where he comes across Voldemort and how Voldemort ends up on the back of his head. Or I would love to see maybe something to do with Dumbledore talking to Snape about how Harry Potter is coming to Hogwarts this year. Something like that would be really interesting. I don't think the Quirrell one is likely. I think I, as a longtime fan who knows all the twists, would love to see some more context to some of the twists, but because they are making this probably for a new audience, I think they're just going to play it as if we don't know the ending. That's annoying for me, but like it doesn't really bother me too much. But I think that's pretty much what I see for episode 1 of the series. I think it will end when Hagrid knocks at the door, and I think that's going to be a great first episode. I'll make another video next week picking up from episode 2, so make sure you stay tuned. Whew! Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, if you like this one, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and leave a comment below. Where do you think the episode should end? Do you think there should be post-credit scenes? Let me know your wildest dreams about this show down in the comments. While I've got you, I'm all over the internet doing dumb stuff that I think is cool. I have a blog, I have a podcast, all the links are down below. And if you've got nothing to comment, but you want to help me out in the algorithm because you're a good guy, just comment below, no post on Sundays. That way I know you made it to the end of the video and you're still watching. If you like this video, YouTube thinks you might like this one here, but if you just want to watch a bunch of my videos about Harry Potter, there's a whole playlist here. I'm not going to stop you from binging that. So if you want to binge it, just do it. That is pretty much it from me, guys. My name's In Radio Mike. This has been the Insider, and I'll catch you later.